Peace to the gods, peace to the gods, peace to the gods, peace to the gods. Atune, attune, attune. Welcome back to another chance opportunity, man. I'll wait to the room build. We're gonna get it to a download. Let the room build up a little bit. Shiva, what's up? Shiva. Shiva. Black Diamond, what up? Melt, what up? What's that? J Baby, what's good with your reflection? Layla, what's up? The Eagle, what up? Just tuning in for enlightenment. Absolutely, man. That's what we're here to do. And that's the whole purpose of life, is to be enlightened. You feel me? Because we live in complete darkness. And the only way that that darkness lights up is for your mind to be enlightened. Because your thoughts is what's lighting up your dream. Your thoughts is what's lighting up your reality. You feel me? Shout out to Chief. 3 is free, man. 3 is free. The Eagle, what up? Cupcakes, peace, reflection. We're going to wait for a couple more people to get in the room, and then we're going to build. And if y'all got any questions, you feel me? Ask away. You feel me? Ask away. I'm on repeat mode, man. You feel me? Do y'all feel that shift happening? We just had we just had like a little solar eclipse, a partial eclipse. Y'all don't feel a shift happening? I know I feel that shit happening in my reality. Babe, what up? I don't know what y'all got going on, but I definitely feel it in my reality. Like it's playing out. Like it's a lot of transformation that's going on. The last 2-3 days, it was a Scorpio moon. Scorpio rules transformation, death, rebirth, change. And I'm going through a lot of change right now. I'm in between phases of moving and leaving the space that I'm at, leaving the location that I'm at, and traveling to another location. I'm letting go of certain people, certain things. I even lighten my load when it comes to my baggage. Like, okay, let me throw that away. I don't need that no more. I don't need that no more. And that's what's going on. We shifting, y'all. It's a shift going on. It's a change taking place. And that's what I want to talk to y'all about. I want to talk to y'all about what change is. Peace to all the guys and the goddesses that just came in. You said you don't blame me. You feel me? You feel me? Cause like I be thinking like, damn, okay, I can get up here and teach, but let me teach from my life. Like, what the fuck is going on in my life right now? And what's going on in my life is I'm going through a lot of change right now. You feel me? A lot of change. And I got a lot of Leo energy, Scorpio energy in my natal chart. I'm a fixed sign. Like fixed signs don't like change. We resist change. And on another level, everybody collectively, we resist change because change is nothing but death. Fatty, appreciate the follow. I got you. Change is nothing but death. So we all resist change, or we all resist death because we have been given a skewed perspective of what change is, of what death is. Look into nature, right? And as a disciple of God, right? And as a scientist, as an observer of my reality, we have to look into nature, which is the fabric and base reality of this existence, for us to understand things. Look into reality. Look into nature. We got 4 seasons: fall, winter, summer, spring. In the summertime, there's leaves everywhere, there's trees everywhere, there's animals everywhere, there's sunlight all day, every day. DD Star, appreciate the follow, reflection. I got you. But then after the summertime, peace, reflection. After the summertime comes what? Fall. Now there's a completely different thing happening in the fall season. There's a complete different change going on, a total change, a total death and rebirth that's happening, right? The leaves begin to leave the trees. The sun begins to not shine as brighter and not as hot, right? The days are a lot shorter from daytime to nighttime. There's so much change going on. The food production, certain food is not grown in the fall like it is in the summertime. And this is what change is. And we have to understand that death is nothing but a change from one frequency to the next. So what I'm going through right now is a change in frequency. I'm right here where I'm at right now. I'm in Houston, Texas right now, dealing with certain individuals. These individuals I would have to leave behind. This place I would have to leave behind. Some of my belongings I would have to leave behind. Some of my ways of thinking and the patterns of thinking I had to leave behind because these ideas and thought forms are no longer conducive to where I'm going moving forward in my journey. And that's how we have to look at death. And we have to look at it as if it not being a bad thing. But remember, like Chief teaches us, nothing is lost, all is transformed. You don't lose a thing. There is no L's. There are no losses. There are only lessons. There are only lessons. And that's what everything in your reality is here to do. Like, for instance, there are people leaving. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. I met a young lady that I took kindly to. And she took kindly to me. And part of me like, damn, I don't want to have to let that go. I was vibing with her. But another part of me is like, okay, well, this version of you shows you certain aspects of yourself that you need to let go. So we have to look at it like that. This is all psychology. People, places, and things come into your reality and they leave your reality for you to grow. They're only there to show you things about yourself, but we get attached to the catalyst that was there to help us grow, and we get so attached to it that we get stagnant, and it pulls us away from what we're trying to do. We got to be mindful not to resist the change. You don't resist the weather, do you? No, because you're not in control of that. Same thing that's going on in your life with your relationships, with your friendships, any type of partnership you got. You're not in control of it. The universe has placed that into your reality for you to grow through. Whether you got to go through it, go around it, go over it, or go under it, you have to grow, and you cannot be attached to a person, place, or a thing because it is you. And that's another thing that we have to understand. You don't lose anything because everything is you. Everything is a figment of your mind's imagination. And another thing, whatever God has in store for you, whatever our Mother in heaven has in store for us, whatever is meant for you, you can never lose. It will never pass you by. It will never miss you because what's for you is for you. And what's not, you have to be able and willing to let that go. Remember, you have to become like a child. It's say it in the Bible that in order for you to enter the kingdom of God, or in order for you to be a disciple or a follower of God, you have to hate your mother, your brother, your sister, your child, even your own life. So that means that we have to get out of our own way. We don't know how to get out of our own way when it comes to change. Sometimes that, one door will close so another door can open. It's a new beginning. It's a fresh start. But you will never get to that new beginning. You'll never get to that new evolved part of you if you don't let go of the old. Spring cleaning. We waking up inside the dream. We doing spring cleaning. It's summertime. We doing summer cleaning. It's time to clear out the mind. Clear out the thoughts inside of the recesses of the mind that's no longer compatible with your software, right? We're going through software updates, software development, character development in this dream. If you holding on to the old program, how you going to develop? How you going to evolve as a character inside of God's dream, inside of God's movie? Matty Terrell, what up, God? So remember, y'all, death is nothing but change, man. It's a transition from one frequency to the next. Don't resist. Don't resist. It's for you. Life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. Everything is divinely designed perfectly just for you to grow. Don't resist your growth. It's going to be growing pains. You remember getting taller as a child? You had knee pains? Yeah. You had the little puberty nipples? Yeah. You feel me? There's going to be growing pains. That's part of the process. This is what I want y'all to go do. It's an amazing, nature has amazing examples of what is going on in life. What I want y'all to do when y'all get a chance, man, Chief showed me this, man. Go on the internet and go see what an eagle goes through when it's transforming. An eagle will go isolate itself away from everything, let go of everything. And an eagle will go far off. And it will go and tear and scrape and hit and destroy its beak so it can regrow. Don't you know how painful that is for that eagle? That's part of the process. That's part of the shedding process. You must shed the old skin, the old. That's all a beak is. A beak is nothing but keratin, protein. You have to shed the old you so that new you can grow in. Oh, I ain't never hiding. I'm right here in plain sight. I'm the sun, my nigga. How can I hide? The sun don't hide, nigga. You see the sun right there. So go check that out. Go look at what an eagle goes through. It goes and tears its beak all the way down, destroys it, just so it can grow back in. That's what the universe is trying to do to you. The universe is trying to break you, bend you, melt you, destroy you so that it can build you back up to your greatest version. It has to do that. And that's why death is such an amazing thing, because I don't even want to call it death, because death is nothing but transformation. That's why transformation and change is such a beautiful thing, because yeah, it's scary because you don't know about the unknown. You in that unknown phase, that dark period, that void, where it's like, okay, well, that's the past. The future is there. I see what was going on in the past, but the fucking future is dark up there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where I'm going. Have faith. Have faith. Keep the knowledge. Everything is happening for you. You may lose one thing, one person, one place, and there's going to be a new place, a new thing, a new person that comes in and fill that void. It's not even a void. The universe is taking things out of your life just to see your response. Mama want to know if you serious about what you doing. Mama want to test your resolve. Or if when I take this out of their life, are they going to fall to the wayside? Are they going to just go back to being their old self? You see? But it's up to you. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Oh, you said you looked it up and it said that it don't do that for an eagle? Okay, well, I'll give you another example, right? If you were to eat an apple, right? You devour this apple. You eat the seeds, the core, the stem, and all of it. You would think that you killed that apple, right? You destroyed it. You killed it. But what actually happened is this. There was a transfer in energy. You consumed the apple, you swallowed the seeds, and let's say, for instance, you are in tune with nature. You go give your soil, which is your poop, your pot, you go give that back to the earth, and you plant that seed on the earth. Guess what's going to happen? The insects are going to come cultivate that seed, dig a hole, make sure it's planted, and that seed is going to grow another apple tree from that one seed. Is that death or is that transformation? It's transformation. That's all life is. It's transformation. And we got to get with it, or you're going to get down. You feel me? Get down or lay down. That's how nature rock. You're going to get down or lay down, because like I said, this is your astrological program taking place and playing out in your reality. You can't run from you. You can't run from what the universe has set up for you to learn and grow through. So be grateful for the change. Be grateful for the transitions that you are going through. Be grateful for the chance and opportunity for you to be able to evolve into a greater version of yourself. Because without the resistance, without the change, without the transformation, without going through uncomfortable shit, you'll never be your greatest version. Understand this. We all want pleasure, right? Everybody want pleasure, but don't nobody want to go through pain. But let me help you learn this. Let me learn you this. Like God teaches us, like the all-seeing I3 teaches us. The more pain that you can endure, the more pleasure the universe will give you. How much pain can you endure? How much pain can you steadfast and how much pressure can you endure? Because that's what that death gonna do. That change gonna put you under pressure. Pressure busts pipes. Or that heat and that pressure gonna turn that coal into a diamond. Are you a piece of coal or are you a diamond? It's up to you. But study your natal chart. That's gonna show you how you deal with change. You feel me? I don't deal with change too well. You feel me? So I have to go talk about it. I have to go express. Because I got a moon in the 4th house. I like being comfortable. I like the familiar. I like feeling a sense of home and security. But guess what? Guess what's your home and security? Your home and your security, what's going to secure you is your knowledge, how you think, the information you have in your mind. And Babylon has programmed us to think that change or that death is something bad, that death is something evil. Look at the word evil. Turn it around. It spells live backwards. So the evil one, Babylon, is a mentality and a program, a simulated environment that's programmed us as humanity, as God's children, cells inside of God's body. It has programmed us to believe that death is something that we should fear. But what is fear? What is fear? Who knows what fear is? Who knows what fear is? Blossom, what's up? Sushi, what up? NBA, what up? Vic, what up? What is fear? A tool of the enemy. I like that. I like that, NBA. Peace King. I like that. It is a tool of the enemy. But remember, we don't have an enemy. The enemy is the inner me. The enemy is the negative thought forms or debilitation that you have running in your mind. There is nobody outside of you. So there is no enemy. But I love that answer. I love that answer because fear is a program or a tool that's utilized by our lower self to deceive us, to keep us embezzled in an illusion. But Chief has given us an acronym. I don't know if you know what an acronym is, but an acronym is, you feel me, you got a letter inside of a word, and you give that letter a word, and you get the next letter a word. But the acronym for fear that Chief gave us, Cleo, what up, is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. Death is not real, but they teach us that that's real. And you want to know why we believe it's real? Because they program our subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind runs 95% of your reality, Reflection. 95%. So when you looking at Fox 5 News, Channel 3 News, Channel 19 News, Channel 25 News, 11 Alive News, all these news channels, CNN, what are they doing on these broadcasts? They're broadcasting fear. They're broadcasting self-hate. They're broadcasting human beings getting killed. But if you look into nature, you don't see things just getting killed and being destroyed. That's the devil, the evil one, the lower self, programming our minds to believe that death is something real. But guess what? You die every night you go to sleep. We believe that since we went to our grandmother's funeral and my aunt's funeral, my brother's funeral, my homie's funeral, and seen him in that casket, he dead. But if you was sitting next to me and I was laying next to you sleep, would you believe that I was dead? No, you would say that I was dreaming, because that's what life is. Life is a dream. And that person that appears to be dead is sleeping. They're dreaming. Their body may be there, but their conscious mind is up alive. They're in a whole nother reality with a new body doing what the fuck they want to do. But you see how we got programmed to believe that death is real? Come on. Come on. But this is all nature taking its course. This is all nature taking its course. Understand that when you see somebody die or you see something die in your reality, well, that's a signal and a warning from the universe to show you what not to do. If you see somebody on the news that got killed over drug activity, got shot and killed, well, let's think about what are drugs doing? Well, drugs come from nature. They've been tampered with, alchemized into something unnatural to get you high. And now people are getting money and taking and stealing and robbing each other for this. Well, that's a deadly game that you playing. That's the devil's game. So, of course, you're going to get killed in that game. It's only two ways. There's only two options in that game. So, the universe will show you things like that, like death, to show you what not to do. If you got a family member that died from fucking cancer or diabetes, well, that version of you, which is you, that person in your family is showing you what not to do. Don't eat this way and your ass won't have diabetes. Don't eat this way and your ass won't have cancer. Don't do this and this won't be the outcome. But we don't pay attention to reality because we so busy going off of what white supremacy has taught us to do. Go to work, eat, have a family. Oh, nigga, you got, think about this. You even to die, you gotta pay to die. Nothing in nature pays to live, but we gotta pay to live and pay to die. Think about that. But death is not real. You see how embezzled we are in misinformation and a lie? We live in a lie. That's why we believe that we can die. That's a lie. We can't die. That's a lie. I can't die. I'm energy. I can't be created or destroyed. I can only be transformed from one state to the next. Peep the game. Peep the game. Play the game the right way. There is no death. There's only alchemy. There's only a transition from one state to the next state, from one state of consciousness to the next state of consciousness, because that's all that you are. Exactly. It's a continuation of the soul, and the soul is the mind, your consciousness. The consciousness never dies. When you go to sleep, you go into another dream world, and you be doing whatever you're doing in that realm. You're not dead. Matter of fact, when you go to sleep and you go into another dream realm, this body don't exist. Peace, Lola. This body don't exist. But you up in another reality, flying, having sex, eating. But you think you dead. No. To die means to wake up. You ever been in a dream and you died? What happened when you died in your dream? You woke up. We live in a dream. Death is, and we talk about ego. Let's talk about the ego real quick. Because some of us are carrying bad egos. Some of us have bad egos. Some people say, well, you don't need your ego. The ego is bad. You need to kill or destroy your ego. But remember, thou shalt not kill. And you need your ego, right? Because your ego is what allows you to play your part of God. But there is something called an alter ego, or a finite ego, or a simulated ego, right? Your alter ego is the ego, or the finite version of you that has been programmed by the United States of America. Now that's the ego that needs to be destroyed. That ego needs to, because a lot of us moving out of the Babylonian ego and mentality, and that alter ego, thinking that you're a doctor and a lawyer and all this, and this allows you to be arrogant and pompous and a jerk within society, like you better than everybody else because you got a job, because you work for white supremacy, you work for the devil. But there has to be ego death. And that's what we all going through. Life constantly takes us through ego deaths where you feel like you are this person right now. And then you go through a whole transition and you're a whole nother person psychologically. Like, think about it. 10 years ago, you're not the same person mentally that you were 10 years ago that you are today. Not at all. Not at all. Because you went through an ego death. Your ego evolved. You didn't get rid of it. You evolved your ego. And that's what death is here to do. That's what change is here to do. It's here to evolve us. So embrace the change. And I say that to say this because I'm going through a lot of change right now. Embrace the change. Stay focused. Steadfast. Continue doing what you're doing. No matter what everything else is doing, you keep doing what you're doing. When the subconscious start to go up, remember in the Bible, Peter seen Jesus walking on water and said, hey, teacher, master teacher, is that true, nigga? You moonwalking on water, nigga. I want to come out there with you and do it. That nigga Jesus said, come on, nigga, come rock out with me, come moonwalk on the water with me. But guess what? Soon as the waves start coming, Peter start paying attention to the waves. The waves are the subconscious. Remember, they're primordial waters of new, the quantum unified field of infinite potentiality. That is the waves, emotions, the subconscious. So when Peter started to go, he wasn't actually walking on water. What he was doing was he was going out into the world and having to have faith in the knowledge that Jesus had taught him. So when he started doing that, he stepped out to use the knowledge, and the subconscious, which is life, start doing all type of shit. People start leaving. This start happening. That nigga start paying attention to the waves. He start paying attention to all the obstacles, and he lost focus, and he lost track of what he was trying to do, which was walk on water with his teacher. And he sank. And that's what a lot of us do. We pay attention to them waves. We get distracted by emotions. We get distracted by people, places, and things. And, oh, I got to let this go. I'm butthurt. And forget the whole fucking agenda. Forget the whole objective. Grow. To know thyself. Knowledge of self. You come into contact with different people and shit, different versions of you to know different aspects of you. You feel me? Yeah, he was trying to show us that we had the capabilities to do the same thing that he was doing, even greater. If only we kept the knowledge and took to his teachings. And that's what Chief is teaching us. But everybody hate the messenger. Everybody hate the Messiah because they hate themselves. Because they hate themselves. You feel me? And another thing I wanted to talk about that was on my mind. Another thing that was on my mind was witchcraft. Because even them telling us about death and the idea of death is witchcraft, right? We think of witchcraft as something bad. But witchcraft isn't something bad. It's only bad when you have negative intentions and you directing it the wrong way. But let's talk about witchcraft and let's talk about hexes and casting spells on people, right? Understand this. Life is you. It's you.com. It's me versus me. There is nobody outside of you. Like, I know it's 183 of y'all right now. I know that all of y'all are a part of my subconscious mind. You guys are not separate from me. You guys exist contingent upon my observation. So there's nothing outside of me. I'm experiencing all 189 of y'all inside of my mind. Right? So when it comes to witchcraft and casting spells, mind you, we are all wizards. We are wizards. The power of the tongue, the power of the word is very, very strong. So somebody said to me the other day, well, somebody called me and said they feel like somebody was pulling on me and throwing some negative energy on me and they was putting the hex on me type shit. Let me tell you something. You are not hexable. You are not spell castable, none of that, nigga. No negative energy can harm you at all. And I'm about to tell you why. No negative energy can harm you at all. That if anybody sends out any negative energy, spell, or hex on you, it cannot harm you. What's going to happen is the person that sent out that negative energy, this is a universal law. It's called cause and effect, aka karma. The energy that you put out must come back to you. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Exactly. Return to sender. Let me send that back. Try again. So no negative spell can work on you unless you believe in that shit. If you believe, if somebody tell you, fuck you, you gonna die tomorrow, bitch, and you believe that, you dead. It's like the doctors, right? It's like the doctors. One of the main causes of deaths or transitions in America is called iatrogenic illnesses. These are deaths caused by the misdiagnosis from medical professionals. They telling people, oh, you got 6 months to live. People believe in that shit and they dying in 6 months or less. That's a negative spell. That's a hex right there. That's negative casting right there. But remember, if you don't believe in what they tell you, then what's going on is that person that sent out that spell, they're casting that spell on themselves. Because you're only talking to yourself when you say things. Like, I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself through the phone. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm really talking to myself. So I want you to know that you are not hexable. You feel me? People talk about the evil eye. Let a motherfucker send an evil eye out to me. I'm going to send it right back to you. Because I don't believe in it. Nothing can harm me. I am protected. If I don't believe in it, it don't exist. If I'm not observing it with my thoughts, my five senses, it don't exist. And then I know that I am the only thing in this reality. I am the only thing in the universe. That's why it's called the universe. And nothing exists contingent upon me. Nothing exists without me. So why would I be worried about what somebody trying to? They're not casting nothing on me. That person only can project onto me how they feel or what they want to, how they feel about themselves or what they want done to themselves. Exactly. Some want accountability but can't take it. You feel me? So what do? They project onto others. They demonize other people. They act as if someone else is the problem, but bitch, you the only thing in reality. You the only thing that exists. How can you cast a spell on somebody else that don't exist? It's like you going to sleep and going into your dream and say, I'm going to cast a spell on this character in my dream. But this character in my dream don't exist. And when I wake up, it won't exist. It won't be there. And that's how life works. So what make you think that you can cast negativity upon somebody? It's like when Chief was in court going through God's trial. When we were going through God's trial, the judge decided to cast a spell on Chief and said life in prison with 10-year consecutive bid without a chance of parole. We don't believe in that, first off, because, bitch, we not even alive. I'm not even alive. How can I believe in you giving me life when I'm not alive, my nigga? We're not living. And then, watch this. We live in an unnatural environment, so you're really not able to be alive. Now, nigga, you're dead. If you cannot be human in the environment that you are in, taking off this shirt, you can't even wear your shirt off on Bigo. We can't be human at all in this world, so we are dead already. But we can't die because we're not alive. We are figments of God's imagination. We are holograms. You see what I'm saying? So you only casting spells on yourself because you live within your own mind. You talking to yourself when you cast a negative spell on somebody. You tell somebody, I wish you was dead. You telling yourself, oh, I wish I would change. I wish I would change how I think so I wouldn't perceive reality, so I wouldn't perceive this situation how I'm perceiving it. But it's called misinformation, corrupt information. We got corrupted data running in our computers. And this is why we run off of ignorance. This is why we live in a state of hell where we think that we can die. That's ignorant. You thinking that you can die is ignorant. That's lack of information. That's unintelligent. We are mentally underdeveloped. We're retarded to think that we can die. You're retarded to think that you can send out negative energy on somebody and the universe not deal with you first. It say in the Bible, if you spilled the blood of man, your blood will be shed by the hands of man. It's an opposite and equal reaction. What you thought? Oh, you about to go kill somebody? Will dig a grave for 2 people because you're doing it to yourself. Exactly. You only transfer over. And guess what? Be careful what you do because you don't die. You take your consciousness with you. When you go to sleep, you don't take this body, but you take your thoughts. You take how you think. You take your deeds. You take your conscious. So be careful how you use your mind. Be careful how you use your soul because you're going to take that with you and build a new reality from those thoughts. And you see how I love Pew. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but I love Pew said, free the 3. He lives in me. That's a fact, Reflection. But let me tell you this. The spell that you just casted, your subconscious took it as if Chief was in jail because you said free the 3. It ain't no free the 3. 3 is free. Ashe. 3 is free. That's the correct spell. It's done already because he's not in there, because you cannot lock up or imprison somebody who's mentally free. You see how the word, it's all in the wordplay. You got to be careful how you say things. It's all in the wordplay, Reflection. You feel me? And I pray 3 times a day. Matter of fact, it's 12 o'clock right now. We're about to pray right now. We're going to pray right now so that we can end the live. All right? Would you guys like to pray with me? It's funny. I'm sitting behind a church right now. I'm about to take y'all to church. We about to pray real quick, y'all. So let's do it. Our Mother Lucia Isis, we come to you as you with gratitude. We acknowledge you and we are happy to be a part of the oneness. I have perfect health, abundance, and wealth. I love myself. I hold space for the sleeping dreams. I forgive myself. I'm grateful. I love myself. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Whether we see ice, whether we see ice. Right? Now, after prayer, we go right into breaths. So we're gonna do 6 deep breaths, but 2 of those breaths, we're gonna do 5 inhales and 5 exhales, right? And then we're gonna do 3 calms afterwards, all right? So feel free to join in if you would like to. I'll lead you through this, all right? This is like a meditation now. We did the prayer, and now this is the meditation, okay? So first breath, up, hold it for 9 seconds. Next one, up. Release. Third one, up. Release. Okay, this is number 4, y'all. This is the 4th breath. We're gonna hold the 4th one for 30 seconds. Okay. Let's see what y'all lungs like. 30 seconds. Up. Hold it. Release. Whoo! That 4th one hit. Now we're gonna do 5 deep breaths. It's gonna be like this. We're gonna do 5 of those, and each exhale, we're gonna blow out all negativity, all tension, all negativity. We're gonna blow it out on the exhale. Okay. Ready? Up. Next breath, hold it. 9 seconds. Release. 5 more deep breaths, and then on the last one, the last breath, we're gonna hold it for 9 seconds. Okay. Ready? Up. Hold it. 9 seconds. We're gonna do 3 calms now, okay? You know how people be like, we're gonna say calm. We're gonna do that 3 times, okay? 3 times. Ready? First one. Up. Second one, up. Third one, this is the last one. Ready? Up. Calm. Y'all feel that? The stillness. The stillness. And this is what I do when change starts to happen. When abrupt things start to happen and the subconscious mind starts to move around and starts to do its thing. Breathe. Center yourself. Breathe. And this is what Chief teaches us. Breathe. Breathe. Remember, your breath is spirit. Spirit means what? Breath. In Latin, spirit means spiritus. Spiritus means breath. Breath gives you what? Chi, energy, consciousness. So that breath that you're taking is consciousness. You're regulating your nervous system when you breathe. When you say calm, you're making the cells in your body vibrate, and you're setting them to a harmonic resonance with your mind. You're bringing the cells in your body back to balance. You're sending oxygen to the starved cells that are not getting oxygen in your body. This is a very technical thing. You feel me? Think about it. Like, we live in a carbonated environment, right? This environment, you don't see too many trees, right? They cut down all the trees to build houses and make buildings. But we need the trees, which is the Earth's nervous system. We need the trees so that they can give us oxygen and they can take in and consume the carbon dioxide that we emit from our bodies. But we live in a carbonated environment. So this means that, and we're not getting the correct sunlight. So this means that our oxygen intake is not the best intake. This means that we are literally have cerebral hypoxia. If you don't know what cerebral hypoxia is, this is something that happens when you lack oxygen. When you lack oxygen to the brain, your brain cells shut down. They get squeezed and they lack blood. They lack oxygen for them to function. This is what's going on with us on the planet. We live in a carbonated environment, so we have cerebral hypoxia. We don't know how to breathe. We've been taught how to breathe through our nose, but when you actually think about it, most of your oxygen is not coming through your nose. It's coming through your skin. Your skin is the largest organism on your body. Even your nose and your mouth are organs that's built into your skin. Peace. Yeah. You feel me? You're not getting most of your oxygen through your nose. You're getting it through your skin. And the more breath, the more oxygen you can take in, the better you can function. The more aware you can be of your environment.
He gonna come in and open the door.
You feel me? You feel me? The church coming through, y'all. So excuse the audience and the noise. How y'all doing, everybody? I love myself. Y'all beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Y'all want to see all these beautiful people? Look at all these beautiful people. Look at all of God's people. Look at all of God's people. Look at all of God's people.
We made it.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Listen, y'all, that's the download for the day, man. So remember, get your prayer in, get your breathing in, knowledge of self. Death is an illusion. False evidence appearing real. Death is nothing but change from one frequency to the next. All right, y'all, I love myself, man. Breathe free. Peace to God.